Friends don't do that. Real friends would never do that. That's the difference between a friend and an associate. They'll never do that.
If you ain't dripping, you slipping. If you ain't dripping, you slipping. If you ain't dripping, you slipping. You catch me, I'm buying a deal. If you ain't dripping, you slipping. If you ain't dripping, you slipping. If you ain't dripping, you slipping.
What's up, everybody? It's your boy KingPachino, aka Mr. King Crypto, aka DripChad, aka Swish. And I'm back with another banger. Make sure that you like, subscribe, click that notification bell button so you get all the notifications anytime I drop. Because you know when I drop them bangers after bangers after bangers after bangers. Guys, listen, today we're going to have some drip mentality mindset. You know, I think this is what the community really needs. I know you're going to go to a lot of places and a lot of YouTube channels that's going to give you information and facts on drip and the best things and the knowledge and what's going on in the updates. And I plan to do that as well too. But we got to start having some mental training when it comes to drip. And I believe that is my calling here for the drip community. So we're going to talk about the difference, guys. We're going to help build the mind, right? For a while, we're going to be working on building the mind because I hear the cries and the screams for the people. I hear the passion for the people, the love for drip. And I want to make sure that we're building the right mentality throughout this journey. So make sure that you like and subscribe. But we're going to talk about the difference between being a friend and an associate. And I think this is very, very important because people tend to use these words freely. Oh, that's my friend. Oh, he's my friend. Oh, that's my bro. Oh, that's my sis. That's my homie. That's my bestie. All these different terminologies, right? But we really got to get to the core of this because, you know, I'm a firm believer that people, you know, they like the fruit, but they don't like the root. See, when the real work comes in, who's really ready to put in that real work to reap the rewards? And I think mentality is where it starts. So what's the difference between a friend and an associate? Well, guys, you know, when you think about it, right? Associates are people that you meet throughout the course of your journey. Maybe they're a co-worker. Maybe it's somebody who you know was at school or at, you know, maybe you met the person at through a mutual friend or at a club, a bar, an event, whatever, right? And then y'all have conversation and things like that. You maybe exchange numbers, you know, y'all talk from here and there, y'all kind of hang out and stuff sometimes, go places, or if there's some type of mutual friend and they throw something, y'all come together, y'all see each other, you know, y'all may even call and talk on the phone and all of those things, right? These are your associates. These are your associates. Now your friends, what are your friends? Your friends are maybe some people, maybe you grew up or had a childhood friend that you grew up with when you were young and there was a certain age of maturity that you went through with that person. Maybe you were 9 years old and then you went from 9 to 13 and that was still your friend and you went through teenage years with that person. Or maybe you were 17 when you met him and then you went through 17 to like maybe 20. You start going past 21 where you start going into adulthood and you start having freedom to go into 21 and older clubs to drink and do different things, you know, and there was pivotal moments in your life. Or maybe you were in your mid 20s and you went through your 30s with that friend or so, right? But it's more to the story than just this. And the reason why I'm saying this to the drip community and breaking this down is because I want people to really evaluate themselves and evaluate their surroundings, right? Evaluate yourself first because accountability is very important, and then evaluate your surroundings, right? Because a lot of times we call people who are associates our friends, and sometimes we don't even communicate with our real friends. I don't even understand why we do that sometimes, but people really have a tendency to hang out with the associates more than they do the real friend, because maybe the associate is doing the things at the time that you enjoy doing, but it's really not a real friend. And the difference between a friend and an associate, guys, when it boils down to it, when the times get hard, when you're up, oh, everybody seems like they're your friend because everybody likes you and everybody has something positive to say about you. oh man, he cool, she cool, yeah man, you know, I like to hang out with him, man, yeah, they cool, that's my boy, man, that's my homegirl, that's woo woo, right? And that these people can be perceived as friends. But then let's say you lose your job. Now all of a sudden you don't have money to go out with them anymore right now, or to buy them drinks, you know, when you were going out, or whatever that may be, right? Going out to the movies with them. You can't do those things right now because your money's tight. Or maybe you make a change and you say, man, I don't want to do those things anymore. I want to do things in a different direction versus me going out to the club and partying and doing X, Y, and Z. I want to focus more on reading books and developing and self-development. I want to improve myself. I want to think about ways I can make money. And then here it is now, they're not in alignment with you. So now, instead of them showing support and love to that and saying, man, that's what's up, bro, you know, shoes, do that, man, I'm rocking with you, bro, I see you should do that, man, I see. So even if they don't want to be a part of it, they still support you and say, hey, yeah, man, do that. I think that'll be good for you, even if they don't come along the journey, right? But associate, that's different. See, an associate, they're gonna say all the good things about you, but then when the time comes, when that moment of difficulty comes, now you need somebody to really talk to. Maybe you lost your job, maybe you're going through a divorce, maybe you have an IRS problems, maybe you had some type of health illness, whatever it may be, right? Now all of a sudden, when you call, they're not there to pick up the phone because they don't want to hear you talk about your problems. They don't want to listen and hear you say, hey, you know, they don't want to hear the story about somebody died in your family. They don't want to hear the story about, you know, your car, you got a flat tire and you need them to come help you and pick you up. They don't want to answer the phone call when you say, hey, you know, man, you know, you think I can, you know, borrow, you know, $20 just to get by, man, I just right now I can get it back to you next week. They don't want to hear that either. They don't want to hear any of those things. But this is the person that you call your friend. This is the person you're cheering on and telling the world, this is my bestie, this is my friend. No, this is not your friend. This is your associate. This is your associate. And the reason why I'm sharing this with you guys is because right now in the drip community, we have to have clear, a clear roadmap and understand who is who. Because you may be in a drip community dealing with other people who are drip, and you may think these people are your friends, but they're just simply your associates. Because when times get hard, you know, and now they're negatively talking about drip, negatively talking about maybe even you. Maybe you still hydrating. Maybe you're still buying dips, and now they're in the background smiling in your face and telling the next dripper or the next drip associate, man, I don't know why they doing it. I don't know why, man, they gonna lose their money. They gonna do. Man, they crazy. They stupid, man. I don't know what. See, you gotta be very careful of the people you allow in your life. A wise man once said, show me your circle and I'll show you your future. Don't be a part of the group. Be a part of the team. See, the group is huge. We got all kinds of people in the group. We got fudders in there, man. We got scammers in there. We got loyal drip people in there. We got all kinds of people. We got people that just gonna sit around and just watch spaghetti stick on the wall and just watch. We got people just gonna pop popcorn and watch the show. Don't be a part of the group. Be a part of the circle. So you gotta cut that grass low so you can see those snakes in it. If you let that grass just keep piling up, you'll never see the snakes in there. All those frenemies that you have, all those, you know, associates, you need to get away from those people and start really focusing on the genuine people for drip. And that's who you need to communicate with. That's who you need to talk to. That is who you need to support. That is who you need to run with. They say birds of a feather flock together. Now you got to also take accountability as well too, and ask yourself, are you a friend of Drip? Or are you an associate? I'm gonna say that again. Are you a friend of Drip? Or are you an associate? If you say, oh, I'm a friend, I'm down for Drip, you have to be down for Drip the same way you would want somebody and your friend to be down for you. Because would you kick your friend when they're down? Or would you, right, support your friend, be there for your friend to help them get through the challenging moment at that season? Because everything has a season. And true friends are going to rock with you through all your seasons. They know life is not going to always be perfect. And when things go crazy and you have that roller coaster in your life, a real friend you're going to be able to rock with. They going to rock with you. You're going to be able to talk to them. They're going to help you see through it. They're going to be a shoulder for you to cry on. Somebody for you to, vent to and just kind of get it off your chest. They're going to be there. They're going to share some of their pain with you as well too. And y'all going to get through things together. And that's what we need people to understand. Draw the line between the friends and the associates, the friends and the frenemies. Ask yourself, are you a friend or a frenemy when it comes to this community? Because you've invested in Drip. And Drip is paying you 1% a day. One thing I can guarantee you, that it paid you some money today. Don't know how much it paid you, but it paid you some money today. And you have a choice to either take that money or hydrate that money. I don't care if it's 2 pennies. You have a choice to take it or hydrate it. If it's $1, you could take the $1, right? Claim it, pay the taxes, take the extra 75 cents or whatever it's gonna be, 89 cents or whatever it's gonna be. You could take it, put it in a stable coin, save that 89 cents. And then tomorrow you could do it again and save that 89 cents. And tomorrow you could do it again and save that 89 cents. And you can hydrate and build it up to make it bigger if you want, right? And then you can hydrate and claim, and you can start putting profits in a nest egg and watch it slowly grow. See, people underestimate what you can do. Well, they overestimate what you can do in a week or two or a couple months. And they underestimate what you can do in 2 or 3 years. This is why they say in order to be successful, you must begin with the end in mind. You must picture what the finish line looks like before you even start, so you don't burn yourself out. See, when I joined Drip, I already saw at least 2 or 3 years. I'm not at 2 years yet. I'm not at 2 years yet. But I had a game plan, and I looked at all the different options. When Drip was up, way up at $50, $60, I was like, what if Drip one day becomes $10? What if Drip becomes, $1? What if Drip becomes 10 cents? What if Drip becomes 5 cents? I did all of the numbers and was looking like, man, this is what could happen. And so I made strategic strategies to make sure that I was profitable. I was real with myself. I said, I'm not a whale. I'm not a maxi. I came in when Drip shoes, you paid $100 something to get you 1 drip. I didn't have a chance to get thousands of drips and doing the bull run. So I had to be real with myself and have a strategy, right? I treated Drip like a friend. I said, okay, this is my friend. My friend is going to help me get passive income based on what I had to invest at the moment that I was able to do. And of course, I bought dips along the way and hydrated some and took profits, and I just worked in partnership with my friend. And no matter what Drip was up or down, I stayed authentic and true to Drip. And I just adjusted based on whatever was going on. Sometimes I had to hydrate more. Sometimes I had to claim more. because it's just was the season. It was that type of season where I had to protect some of my investment and and claim a little bit and get some of my nest egg going, right? To put it up, to make it add up. It's like, oh, okay, I'm gonna take the little $5-10 here and just kind of add it up, and just, add it up a little bit, let it, because I knew that I couldn't affect the system really, because I'm not a Will or a Maxi. That little something's never gonna hurt the system. So I had to go and build my little nest egg up a little bit. But then I'll get back to hydrating. Like, okay, let me get back to hydrating, because I'm looking at my max payout. I'm looking at my claim. Let me keep this number bigger than this number. Right? So I'm being a true friend to Drip. And this is what we need. We need you to make that decision. Are you a friend or are you an associate? And you have to evaluate your circle and say, hey, are they friends that I'm communicating with? Am I talking to friends of Drip, or am I talking to associates? Or am I just straight up talking to frenemies and enemies of Drip? Right? If you're talking to people who's bad mouthing Drip and you're listening and co-signing it, but you're still coming to Drip and hydrating it, you have to have a self-evaluation, because that's what we call a destructive personality. You ever been around somebody who has a destructive way of things? It's like they want to build something, but in the process of building it, they're actually the one destroying it. This is where accountability comes in. Because yeah, you can point the finger at Drip and say, look at the price, man. What are you talking about? Look at the price, man. It's down, man. It's crap. It's a S coin. I don't want to use the word. It's an S coin, man. But was it an S coin when it was going on a bull run and you were taking profits? Or if you didn't take profits, take accountability. You didn't take profits in the bull run. No one told you not to do that. Right? So we gotta band together as a community. Right? And then all these other protocols that's out here, guys, listen. I'm just gonna let you know. Some of y'all gonna get led to the slaughterhouse by your friend. That's not your friend. That's your associate. And while they're bad mouthing Drip, telling you, oh, Drip is bad, da 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 da, but click on this link and go join the Drip clone. Come on, man. How are you? Listen, how can you be a friend of Drip? Right? You my friend, right? You say you my friend. You my friend. I'm talking to you, my friend. Right? And I got this business going, right? You join the business, you start making some money with it or whatever. My business kind of slowed down and so I hit a hard time, right? Somebody that was in my business, right? That was with me, then turned around, tried to create their own business, right? But creating their own business, they called their business the name of my business. And they took my logo and put it on their business. Right? And then they said, this is the new business. That is a copycat of my business. And then they told you to join that business. I want you to really think about that. Would you do that? Because if you would do that, that means you're not really a true friend of me, because the mere fact that you would go join that business, you're really saying you're okay with hurting or affecting my business, because you're co-signing, you're co-signing, right? You're co-signing that it's okay for someone to steal my brand, my image, my logo, snap it, put it on something, another protocol, and call it theirs, and you're co-signing it by going to go put money over there, right? With the intentions of trying to make money. How do you think ultimately that is going to go? Short-term win, long-term loss. Because that business is saying, hey, oh, over here, we're going to get this over here. And listen, it doesn't work like that. You have to be real. Some of y'all going to be led to the slaughterhouse because you're still following people, with the mentality of, I'm following them because they're successful and I just gonna follow them. Man, stop following people because they making money. That's not what real friends do. Stop following people because they make money, because they are making money off of you. That's how they making money. Off the fact that you keep chasing them and following them around. And when you follow people around like that, they're trying to lead you to the slaughterhouse, to these other protocols. All you're doing is making it easier for them to get in the protocol and get out safely. You click on their link, join them, you put your money in the pot. That makes them help get their money so they can get their money out. Well, who gonna follow you and help you get out safely? You're following them into the burning building and they gonna get out before you. And then they're gonna tell you it's not their fault that you were in there, because they're over here at the original as well too, making money. Listen, stop following people to the slaughterhouse. Develop your own mindset. You have to be real and be authentic to your core. Stop hopping around and jumping and skipping, because you're gonna get caught slipping. You ever heard of the race of the turtle and the rabbit? The turtle wins the race because he's slow and steady. Stop hopping around joining these people. Right now, you have Drip at 4 cents. You can get Drip for 4 cents and get thousands of them for a little bitty amount. You can put $25 in Drip, $20 of Drip, $50 of Drip, $100 of Drip, and you can go build your bag. Or you can go follow people to the clone, pay $40 a Drip, and put your $80 in there, or your $100 in there, only get 2 of them, buying the hype again, buying at highs again, and find yourself over there. And then if something goes wrong, you're gonna be like, man, I could have spent that little $40 or that $80 on something that I've already been a part of and committed to, which is Drip, which would have helped Drip, would have helped me build my bag. So guys, be careful of your friends and your associates. Be careful and know the difference between a friend and a frenemy. This is the mentality we have to have when it comes to Drip. I'm putting my flag down because someone needs to hear this. Somebody has to galvanize the troops. Somebody has to galvanize the sheep and protect the sheep, so you do not get led to the slaughterhouse. Remember, there was a lot of Drip clones out here. There was a lot of Drip clones out here. Remember, they cloned it from the original, which had that code in it that could be hacked. Remember, rug pull, every single one of them. Rug pull is something, a crack in the code where they could just take all the money, put your money in there, follow these people if you want to. No, don't follow these people. Follow someone that's in Drip, that is not too big, not too small, but is committed. That's who you want to follow. Someone who is committed to the system, committed to the program. That's not gonna just make you hop around and bouncing around and have you doing all this stuff. Lock in and focus. This is the problem with crypto right now. There's no real leaders that have learned the power of riding the storm and buckling down when everything gets really challenging hard. People in crypto have not developed the skill set, or not have been trained and mentored on how to stick and stay and you get your pay. They have not been trained on how to galvanize your troops, pull them together and tell them, put a rain boots on. Let's focus. Let's start doing things systematic. Come on, y'all. Come on, everybody put $5 in right now. Everybody hydrate this day. We're gonna have Hydrate Tuesdays. We're gonna have a Take Profit Thursdays. I don't care what your take profit is. Today, we taking profits today. Everybody in harmony, because we need to see how the system reacts. We need to see how the brain works. We need to see, when we move in sync, what happens to the price of Drip. 30,000 people, everybody hydrate today. Let's see what happens. 30,000 people, everybody take profit. Let's see what happens. Does the price go down like crazy? Everybody hydrate right after that. Does the price go back up? We need to see. We need to be focusing on concepts and ideas that will help us understand how this thing works, because obviously it's still new. It's still something we have to constantly work and improve and figure out, guys. We the people are deciding how this thing is going to operate. We the people decide. The protocol is the protocol now. We have to figure out how this thing works together. So stay away from the frenemies. Stay away from the associates. Stop following people, clicking on their links and going to other things, guys. You're gonna end up in the slaughterhouse. You're gonna end up in the slaughterhouse. Then you're gonna be mad that you done put $200, $300, $400 somewhere else and it's gone. And the person you followed, they're gonna just tell you, hey, that ain't got nothing to do with me. They're gonna tell you, just so you know, you doing your own thing. And nobody told you. I told you in the beginning I'm not a financial advisor. Stop following people. Get committed. You be loyal to the system. That way people see your loyalty and your commitment. You bring what you bring to the table. Whether that's you hydrating, whether that's you buying dips, whether that's you making YouTubes, whether that's you using your creativity, whether that's you just watching the videos, liking and commenting, whatever it is, you bring what you bring to the table, because guess what? You are a rider for Drip. Let's gather in eyes, let's stand together. Remember, it's a difference between a friend and an associate. It's a difference between a friend and a frenemy. Which one are you? Stake your flag with Drip. If you like this video, comment below and say, I'm a Drip friend below. Rider 100. That's my time, and like I always say, we won't see you at the top. We'll see you over the top, because you're built for greatness. Drippers, let's go. DripChad in the building. I'm out.